Today, I want to talk to you about my strategy that I use when I buy stuff from Amazon. It's a purchasing strategy that I use, and I would like to know how you make your decision. If you just put it down in the comment section and just let us know how do you make your decision what to buy on Amazon.com. Well, I was in the market for a drill press. I was having trouble dealing with tube. That's where I was having my problem. And drilling through both sides, my holes wasn't straight. And so what I said to do is get a drill press if I'm going to use tube, make it a whole lot easier. And then if you have to do multiple holes on some flat bar, it makes it a whole lot easier that way. So here we are at Amazon, and I just typed in drill press. I know the brand that I want, and but one of the things that I do, like here, I don't even look at that. It's got to have at least 4.5 stars or more before I even stop like this. And here I would stop if I was interested in that brand. And but I'm not interested. I want a Win brand, but a different model. So that one, I would look at that one if I was interested in that model. So that's my first step, is just looking overview, seeing what's available. And I like those that's got multiple reviews. I don't like this is 19. That's kind of low to give enough opinion, pro or con. But this got 2,000. That's the model I wanted. It was the Win 42, 14, 12 inch. It seemed to be the latest and the greatest as far as bench top. I decided to go with bench top instead of getting one on the floor. It was a little bit more in price. And then to get it stable, to put holes in the concrete floor. And I didn't want to do that. So here we go here. Look at this. And so what I do, I go in and look in here. Like I said, it has to be a minimum of 4.5 for me to even think about it. This has 2%. I always go to the 1 star. If this 1 star is above 5%, especially with that many ratings, I'll just go back and pick out another one. But one of the things I do when I look at the 1 star, click on those. If it's 5% or below, I will look at it and read some of these. And one of the things I look at is what's the date the review was written. The older dates are less impactful in my decision. I try to find something a little bit closer in date. But the reason being is about every 18 months or so, technology change. In the last 10 years, the rapid pace of technological advances has almost doubled than it did in the previous 50 years. So I always look at something that's close to the date that I'm living in. Like this is March 25th, 2021. And he said it was defective straight out of the box. And usually I go down and look, check the spelling. And the reason I check the spelling and the phrases, the way they write, just want to make sure that it's just something happened. Sometimes the people read the advertisement wrong, the marketing stuff wrong, and they use it for the wrong purpose. And they'll go and make statements that's not even applicable. So that's one of the reasons I come down and read those, excuse me. So he said right off the bat, pure junk. And that's pretty recent here. And he goes through and write out why he made that statement. And he does have a valid point. This thing is known to have a certain problem, and that problem annoyed him, and he got in touch with customer service, and it didn't work out the way he wanted to work out. But I think he followed up with him later on. So this will be it's less than 5%, but yet it has negative. I don't believe anything is perfect in our world that's man-made. So you're going to have some negative stuff. So here's another one. This is about another year old here. He said defective production. And he even went as far as put a picture up. And like that, see that, I discredit that because he's right. It's not nice and pretty, but it's not going to affect the operation. So you have to use some judgment on that. And for what we're paying, less than $1,000 for a drill press, you can't expect perfection, and it's not a Delta brand. So, but here it is, bad table crank mechanism out of the box and stuff like that. And so you look at those. So what I do is after I look at all of those, read those ones, I usually don't read the 5 or the 4. And the reason being is the 5 and the 4 sometimes I get a free item to do a review on. And it's kind of hard for people to be honest in my opinion, they done got something free and they're allowed to keep it, depending on which way the review go. And so they're more apt to give a positive review when it's really not that great. So I always check the 1 star. Don't worry about the other ones. And then, like I said, my criterion is it's got to be less than 5%, 5% or less. And out of the number of ratings that it have, that is a justifiable percentage there. When it's just 2 people and they show 50%, and sometimes I go ahead and buy it because there's only 2 reviews, and this depends. So what I did here, usually after I make my decision, yes, I'm going to purchase it, then I go to the manufacturer's website. And I love the manufacturers that leave the negative reviews. Another thing about going to the manufacturer's website is almost about $75 to $100 cheaper than buying through Amazon. I've noticed that Amazon prices has been higher than going to the manufacturer, and that's just a cut. I believe in Washington, D.C., there's a lawsuit that's been filed about price fixing by Amazon to the vendors. So what I do a lot of time, I just go to the vendor and look, and if it's a cheaper price, but I also go back and look at the reviews, and they have all the specs on it and stuff like that. Then I go down and look at the reviews, and when they leave a negative review up on the company's website, I applaud them for that, because as I said earlier, nothing is perfect. You're going to have one to fall through the cracks every now and then. That's just the way it is. And so he gave it 1 star, said product arrived damaged, customer service not responding. That was February 22nd, 2021. So that's pretty credible. Here's one of the 4 star right here, and he's using for woodwork, and I'm using mine for metal. But down here, it fit his budget very well. So he was fair in giving it 4 stars. You know, he, like I said, he didn't spend $1,000 for it. So he's pretty good on that. But that's what I do. Here, this is about customer service. It has nothing to do about the product, so to speak. And he had some parts missing and stuff like that. And but that's going to happen whenever people packages up and ship them out. Something's going to happen. And if you're the one that happened to, I can understand you being upset. But that was September 8th, 2020, and that's COVID was still affecting manufacturing and affecting labor supply. So I take all that in consideration. And this right here is pretty good claim here, but I'm not doing any perfection work. My stuff is general of the road, middle of the road, close enough for government work. So I don't do anything precision. So he said so much run out, it's not really usable. And if he's going to be a precision guy, why are you buying a $200 drill press? You know, you need to be spending $1,500. Okay, so first, before I buy on Amazon, looking at all of that, get the idea. Most time I've already been to YouTube. And you can see on YouTube, when I go to YouTube, I always go look for the shortest video. And reason being is it don't take all day to say what you're going to say. And so he has 5 minutes, so I look at his review. And if they don't tell me everything I want to know, then I go look at some of the other long reviews. Here's one for 2 minutes and 53 seconds. You know, so I looked at him. You can see the red line. I looked at him. But it don't take all day to say what you're going to say and what you like and don't like. And some guys, I guess, just like hearing themselves talk, and they drag it out so long to I don't watch the whole video. But your mileage may vary. So anyway, when I go to make that decision, like I said, I look at the stars on the front page, then I come back and read the negative reviews, the 1 star reviews, and they must be 5% or below before I even take a look at them. And so that's how I make my decision. I like to see how you make your decision before you buy on Amazon. If you would put it down in the comments, I'd love to read and see what you do. By the way, I did buy this. I bought it from the vendor, and I'm in the process of putting it together. I had to order a table, and it's going to go on that table whenever it comes in. So just know that Amazon is a little bit higher. Whatever you're going to buy on Amazon, whatever it is, just go look at the manufacturer's website, and sometimes you can save a little bit of money. And that's what happened in my case. I like using my Amazon points, but it just works out sometimes to get faster shipping and to get a better price. It works out to go that way. All right, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and we'll notify you the next time we do a video, okay? Thank you very much for watching.